Joey Petroni.
1240 AM WGBB. Welcome, everybody, to Good Times, Bad Times. We have a very special show tonight. We have Donny Most calling in a little bit. You know who that is. That's Malph from Happy Days. I have with me in the studio tonight, I have my good friend Don Sill, big Happy Days fan.
Yes.
We can't wait to talk to Don. Don has a new hit single, New York High. It's a great song, and there's a website you can vote for it. He's number 10 on the Heritage chart right now.
I saw that, man. Donny Most making it happen, and you know, us Don stick together. I'm Don Sill, Donny Most, and I've been a fan of him. Dude, Happy Days goes back to 70's, like 1974, I think it started. It's going on its 50th year. And I grew up Happy Days, as you did too.
Yes,
right?
Definitely. Yeah.
And there was nobody cooler than the Fonz.
Nobody cooler than the Fonz.
But like when you look at the cast of Happy Days,
yeah,
who do you identify? I think everybody, when they look at a cast like that, they identify with one of the people.
Right.
You know, you're either a Potsy, a Ralph, Malph, or Richie Cunningham.
Right.
Which one were you?
I think, you know, it depends. I had a split personality. So I went to Catholic school. So when I went to Catholic school, I was Richie Cunningham.
Yeah.
I had to be. I was forced to be Richie Cunningham.
I can't picture Joey Petroni.
Hey, listen, I had some strict nuns back then.
You ride a motorcycle. You're
I
definitely
do.
more Fonzie.
I do. Well,
or Chachi, maybe.
No, I don't think I ever became Fonzie. I always wanted to be Fonzie.
Right.
But I was Ralph Malph. I was Donny Most at that. But I couldn't do it in school. I'd get in trouble. We had these things called a pink slip. If you got in trouble, if you get 3 pink slips, you get suspended for school.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so I had 1 pink slip for being class clown, and I realized I got to be more like Richie Cunningham.
That's what always drew me to being a Ralph. I always identified more with Ralph Malph because he was the funny one. He was the one always cracking jokes.
Yeah.
He was the one that, like, you know, the Richie's dad got a kick
Right.
out of him. Even it was like a love-hate thing. Like,
Yes.
oh, come on,
Yeah.
Ralph. You know, he ruined the ending of movies. Remember,
Right.
he would always give away the ending.
Right.
And all that. That was before spoiler alert. The word spoiler alert was invented.
Right.
You know, spoiler alert. Here's the. He would just go for it. I always loved Ralph Malph, and then Donny Most through the years. Who knew that Ralph Malph the whole time was the voice, was the singer,
Right.
and he could have removed Potsy from that band.
That's right. When they played at Arnold's.
Yeah, they played at Arnold's.
Yeah.
Ralph what was he doing? Was Ralph playing the bass? What was Ralph doing?
I think he was playing the bass. I think he was back in the background.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was actually Don.
Anson Williams.
Anson Williams. He's a good singer too.
He is.
He's a really good. He's
But he
got a great
doesn't have
voice.
records coming out.
No records. Not like Donny Most. Donny Most is the real deal.
Donny Most is banging them out all the time.
Yep.
Donny Most always, I know he's got the new song out now, and he's a New York dude. He's from Brooklyn.
Yep.
And now
Flatbush, Queens.
He's from Flatbush.
Yeah.
He's one of the lords of Flatbush.
Right. Who would ever think that?
I know. In fact, Donny Most is probably more Fonzie than Fonzie ever was.
How funny is that?
Yeah.
Right?
He's a legit lord, because Fonzie was in the Lords of Flatbush.
Right.
See, it all comes full circle.
It's
Remember the movie Lords of Flatbush?
Yes. And Arthur Franzarelli was.
He was in it with Stallone.
Right.
Wow. But the real Lord of Flatbush the whole time
Was
Donny
Most.
Donny Most.
Now, do you think Donny Most would be able to water ski over sharks?
He probably could. I bet you anything, if you had Donny Most in his heyday,
Right.
he might have already done it.
He might have.
He probably did. I think maybe he really was Fonzie the whole time.
I love Donny Most's cliche line, I still got it.
I still got
it.
That's what I love, man. I love that he told the jokes, and then when he got the laughs, I still got it. He had a catchphrase.
He had a catchphrase. His dad was a dentist, which, it made me lighten up on dentists a little bit, 'cause back then I was petrified. Everybody was petrified of getting a dentist. They didn't really numb you up too good.
Dude, that show was legendary.
Excellent show.
And it's still around 50 years. I wonder if there's going to be if they're all going to get together again, because there's a lot of them that are still with us.
Right.
Almost the whole cast.
Right.
Fonzie's still here. Richie Cunningham, Ron Howard is still with us. Henry Winkler is still with us. Anson Wilson.
Anson Williams.
And then we have Donny Most. You know, and then maybe Chachi would show up.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
If he had the guest appearances.
It'd be very cool.
He's like my cousin Oliver on Brady Bunch. Like he had a special. Yeah, Happy Days definitely was on in my house every week, and I love the one when Fonzie was jumping over the garbage. What was he jumping over again in the parking lot?
The first time, I forget where he might have just jumped over garbage cans.
Remember, he was taking his motorcycle all the way down. He's making the circle and it said continue next week.
Right.
That was such a long week, man. To see if he made it or not. It was awesome.
That was before there was binge watching and you could watch one after the other.
That's right.
All right.
How cool is this? We have Donny Most on the line right now. Hello. How are you?
Good. How you doing? Is this Joey?
This is Joey Petroni. How you doing? Nice. Thanks for calling in.
Sure. Nice to meet you, Joey.
Nice to meet you. Yeah. So I love the song New York High. Absolutely love it. It's
awesome.
Oh, thank you.
It puts you in a good mood, man. It's such a good feeling song.
Yeah, it definitely is that. Absolutely. Thank you. Glad you enjoy it so much.
I love it. And, it's funny. I have a DJ business on the side, and during cocktail hour, I'm always scrambling for music. And that's one I'm definitely going to put on during cocktail hours.
All right. I love it. Yeah. I think it's perfect for that.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, it's kind of like, another anthem, another song that's an anthem to New York, like New York was. And it's just another generation's version or something like that,
And you write this is Don Sill, by the way. It's nice to meet a fellow Don. Us Dons got to stick together. How you doing, Donnie? What's cool?
Good, Don.
Yeah, this is awesome. So you are a kind of born and raised New York guy.
Yeah.
So when you create an anthem like this from New York, there's all of that kind of New York vibes from your past kind of ooze out of it.
Yeah, definitely. Now I wish I had written the song because it is, really well written song. It's great.
Yeah, great.
A guy, Mike Reed, and his partner Max Restano wrote it. They're both they're Brits actually, which is kind of ironic. Because you think it'd be written by a homegrown New Yorker, but they obviously have been to New York, and sometimes tourists can see things in a really a fresh light, and they did a wonderful job. Not only the lyrics, which are great, but the feel, the sort of feel of the song. It's got that big band swing kind of thing, which I love, and definitely being a New Yorker, it resonated for me, and so when I was recording it, I was spurred on by that and the great feel, and we had great musicians that were on the session. So it was all a combination of all those things that I think made it come together so well.
Yeah, right on. It's a great song, and yeah, like Joey said, he's going to be playing it. He's got this DJ business, and he's going to be playing it at the appropriate times and stuff like that. And like we were talking earlier, is like, who knew all those years in Happy Days that you should have been the singer and not
well, Nancy should have been the singer, but they could have also let me do some, and that's the whole story. I had a big meeting once back then with Gary Marshall, who was the exec producer, and I was trying to make the case that, you can have more than one singer in a band. Sometimes people switch off, but he didn't. He felt that, Potsy, the character, had been established as the singer because he got to Gary first. He told him, it was Anson's idea to have a band formed, in the cast. That we should have a band at Arnold's or something. So Gary liked the idea, and Anson, had done musical theater. He was a singer, so he convinced Gary to let us try it, and that he was the singer. So once Potsy got established as a singer, and Ralph, was known more as the sort of class clown, the comedian, and Gary didn't want to mess with those character traits, and and all of a sudden Ralph becomes like the singer too.
What did you play, the saxophone on the show, or the bass or something? I forget. I think it was a saxophone, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
oh no, Richie was.
It was mainly the piano.
Oh, that's right.
It was one episode. I think I did play sax on one episode. I don't know why they changed it, but because then Richie started playing the sax, and I was playing the piano. So, and I played some piano, but we were pretty much faking that. We weren't really playing the instruments. But with all the singing, I did backup for Anson and that kind of stuff. And Anson did really. Anson's a good singer, so let's not take away from him. But I do get that a lot when people come to some of my live shows when I'm just doing clubs or whatever, and they're like, "Wow, we didn't know that you could sing like this. And how come you didn't sing more in Happy Days?" I get that a lot. And I was pursuing singing before acting. That was my first real passion, and I wound up being I got to be part of a nightclub review when I was turning 15 years old, and we spent the summer doing nightclubs in the Catskill Mountains.
Wow, yeah, so you're playing the Catskills. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was doing that way back, 5 years before Happy Days, and what happened was the next year, my focus really shifted into acting because I was inspired by a lot of the great movies in the late 60s and some wonderful, great actors like, Dustin Hoffman and Jack Nicholson. I became a huge fan of it. And Paul Newman and then of course, De Niro and Pacino. So I got very inspired and shifted my gears to acting, the next year. But I always knew I'd want to come back and do the music and, sing all the jazz standards, the Great American Songbook. That's the genre that I love to perform.
And that happened when you were 9 years old. I was looking up his the Jolson story.
Yeah, that's when it all when I got bit. I was 9 years old, and there was a $1 million movie in New York on Channel 9. That I don't know if you knew that, but they pick a film to show all week long, and they showed it like every night, twice a night, on weekends. So I saw the movie, and I was so taken with the story, and especially Jolson's talent. It was Jolson's voice and his performances. Larry Parks played Jolson and did a great job, but it just really hit me in a big way. And I went and got his albums, and I was singing along with Jolson. Wow. And then from that, I started learning about all that music and a lot of the greats who sung them on radio. I listened every night on radio to the station WNEW. DJ William B. Williams played all the legends doing that genre of music, and I got a real education, and started listening to Sinatra and Sammy Davis and some of the great like Joe Williams with the Basie Band and Ella Fitzgerald and Dino and Tony, and then my main man Bobby Darin.
I love your rendition of Mac the Knife.
Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, because I saw Bobby do that live at the Copacabana. I saw his act, and it was like after Jolson, then it was Darin, among all the other greats that I listen to all the time. Frank all the time. So that's how it all started. You're right, back with the Jolson story, and then it was weird that I got caught up with the acting, but I loved that too, and things really started happening, obviously, in that arena with after I went out to LA and was able to score a few guest roles on TV shows. Before that, in New York, I'd done a lot of commercials and a little TV. But then Happy Days at the pilot in November.
Right.
About 50 years ago. We're going to be having 50-year anniversary
it's coming.
show going on the air in January of '74.
I can't believe it's going to be 50 years since Happy Days.
You know?
We grew up on Happy Days. We were just talking earlier, Joey and I, about which, when you look at the cast of Happy Days, who do you identify with? Like, are you a Richie? Are you a Ralph? Or are you a Potsy? I was always a Ralph Malph because I was always the class clown. I was always the funny one. And, so I always gravitated towards you and your character. Yeah. And you, like, when I was a young kid, talking like, before I was 10, 7, 8 years old. So you kind of helped molded me in a way.
It's kind of funny because you put off singing all these years because you got a role as Ralph Malph, right, on Happy Days, and you went down that direction. And I was steered in the direction of always being serious. I went to school, Catholic school, and stuff like that. I was a Ralph Malph, but I was forced to be in a Richie Cunningham because I was always getting in trouble. So. A long story short, after all these years, obviously, now I'm a comedian, and so I kind of can relate to, now I can do what I want to do, and that's kind of like, your passion has always been singing, and you're obviously really, awesome.
You still do movies, too.
Yeah.
Donnie's still acting away.
Still acting away. Yeah, I actually saw Harvest Time. I saw a clip with that. That was really cool.
Yeah. Doing
westerns. I did that with Anson, and that was really, quite a change from our characters. A very dark comedy, really brilliant script written by a guy from Long Island, Fred Stoffel. So that, and then getting the CD out with New York High is from a CD of the same title, and people can get that on iTunes, and then it's streaming on Spotify and Apple Music. So it's out there. People want to check that out.
It's high on the charts right now, too, right?
It's number 10 on the Heritage charts.
So we want to keep that going, right?
Yeah, I'm going to get our fans out here on Long Island to definitely. I'm going to put a link underneath the video. If you don't mind, you can introduce the song and maybe let us know a little bit about the song, and Trevor will play it for us live right here.
Sure, and people, if they look up this, if you have the link, right, it's the Heritage chart. It's an international chart. People from 80 countries are voting, and I'm right now at number 10 on that chart, which is so cool. So this
we're hearing
Your High, written by Mike Reed and Max Rustano, and there it is. There's New York High.
New York is getting me high. Girls by the Store Club have been catching my eye. Moonbeams dance on a Waldorf hotel. Could it be I've fallen under a New York spell? Downtown Manhattan's like a shower of stars, shining reflections of those New York bars. George M. Cohan under the Times Square sky. Could it be I'm dancing on a New York high? Norman Rockwell, you're the most. Ain't me in the picture post. Oh, New York, you've opened my eyes. Stepping out on Broadway, and I'm high as the skies. Rogers and Hammerstein, and it's plain to see why. Could it be I'm dancing on a New York high? Coney Island Beach for me. Marley
A New York High.
Yeah, that was awesome, man.
Donny Most.
Donny Most. He is the out of all the Dons, he's the most. No, I love Donny Most. It was awesome getting to talk to him. Hopefully he calls back in. We kind of lost him when we saw him. He probably thought we were done with the interview and probably just left us, but hopefully he calls back in. But no, that was cool to talk to him. He is an icon, part of an iconic show. It's going into its 50th anniversary this year. Right. And this guy's still out there doing music, doing movies. He's working.
Yeah, he's working, and he's extremely talented at both ends, man. You know, it's like this song, I'm definitely going to be playing this song when I'm out DJing and stuff like that. It's such a happy, upbeat song. Puts you in a good mood.
It's definitely got that, New York feel. It's got a Frank Sinatra kind of bounce to it.
Right.
Donny Most, his voice, the way New York High, he's just got that very smooth vocally. And it's just cool to see him still rocking. Oh, he's calling back.
He loves what he's doing too, Donny Most.
Yeah.
You can see it when he's singing. He loves what he's doing.
Yeah, he's great. All right.
So we want to let everybody know. Yeah, you could vote right now on the Heritage charts. The song is number 10, which is awesome.
Yeah, we want to get it up. We want to. Yeah, it's number 10, which is fantastic. But if we.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I have a little problem with his phone. Okay, all right.
Okay.
So yeah, New York High right now is number 10 on the Heritage charts. We're going to leave you a link. You can go to the Heritage charts and you can vote. Get this song down to number 1. Obviously, it deserves it, especially here in New York.
Yeah, I could see this song really going far, especially here in New York. It's got the whole New York flavor, the New York vibes. Like I said, it's got that Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin flavor to it. And I think it's good to bring back those kind of, what was he calling it? Like a jazz standards?
Yeah.
Or, lounge singer vibes.
Swinging, swinging to the oldies, man.
Yeah.
He has an album, mostly swinging, that he had, and that's, every song on there is awesome. He has a CD, it's a Christmas CD, Swinging Down the Chimney Tonight.
Nice. Swinging down the chimney tonight. Another
great, it's a swinging style of Christmas music. I love it, man. I love it too. And
there's so many different genres of music for different moods of your life. And that swinging stuff, the stuff that Donny Most is putting down is definitely, good positive vibes, definitely good for the holidays. Yep. It's good for, when you're just like you said.
How about this? We're both Islander fans.
Yes.
How cool would it be if they played that at UBS Arena?
They should play that for victory songs, like when everybody's leaving.
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah. I'm on a New York High walking out of UBS Arena. Yeah. Right? Everybody's got smiles on their faces.
We got to find the DJ.
Yeah.
And, I was a hockey DJ for a long time. Okay. I would definitely play that.
You would, right?
Yeah, for sure.
There's people walking out of UBS Arena, they're walking out and there's speakers outside, have that playing as you walk into your car.
That would be fantastic.
We're on a New York High.
I think we should try that. And he's a Donny Most, New York dude.
Yep.
Born and raised Flatbush, the original Fonzie, OG. And he's, got the New York High song. So everybody should check it out. And check out Donny Most as well. I think he's got a website and all that stuff. And he had another note on Donny Most. Yeah. He is born August 8th. My birthday's August 7th.
Mine's August 12th.
Yeah,
Leos are announced. Maybe I'm a Leo. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so we all got the Leo thing going on. But yeah, again, Donny Most rocks. It's Happy Days 50th anniversary.
It's coming up.
Yeah, man.
Multi-talented Donny Most.
New York, thanks for the ride. I'm on the Staten Island.